Welcome back to Trip Off Sports Talk. I'm Josh. That's Roy right there. That's Bryce over there. Just kidding. I'm not even looking at the screen.
I was going to say, I'm right in the middle.
I had
right in the middle.
Script open in front of you. Bryce is right here. Roy's over there. Pod 53, Week 9 from NFL. Let's go
Election
over the
day.
score. What's that?
Election day.
Election day. That is true. Let's go over the scores from last week. We'll rock it first. Thursday Night Football, Houston goes to the Jets and lose 21-13 to the Aaron Rodgers Jets. To the noon slate we go. Buffalo beats Miami 30-27. Cincinnati, beats Vegas 41-24. Chargers beat Browns 27-10. Titans beat New England in overtime 20-17 on a Drake May interception. Washington takes care of the Giants 27-22. Carolina beats New Orleans 23-22 for their second win. Baltimore beats Denver 41-10. Arizona beats Chicago 29-9. Philadelphia beats Jacksonville 28-23. Detroit beats Green Bay 24-14. Rams win in Seattle in overtime 26-10 on a walk-off touchdown. Dallas loses to Atlanta in Atlanta 27-21. Minnesota beats Indianapolis 21-13. And Monday Night Football, the Chiefs beat Tampa Bay on a walk-off touchdown in overtime 30-24.
How's our standings?
Our standings for our picks. Oh, I did not put the final record. Let's see. You had 4. How many games were there? $15. Yeah, 15. And you went.
I think I had a pretty good week.
You did have a good week. We all had good weeks this week. I forgot to do from the Monday night game. That's why my calculation was off. Me and Bryce both go 11-4 on the week, and Roy goes 12-3. So Roy had one game better than us. We all missed Thursday Night Football, Texans and Jets.
I mean, how did we see that coming?
Me and Bryce, 3 of our 4 losses, all were 3 of the same games. Texans, Saints, and Panthers, and then Bears and Cardinals. And then on the season, me and Roy are tied. I don't have the exact record because I didn't add it in myself, but Roy was one behind me. So me and Roy are tied for first place, and Bryce is 2 games behind us. That I can tell you for sure. So that's what we have. So let's go to the game of the week for Roy. Roy, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the Lions and the Packers. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this game. Rainy, cold, seems like a Green Bay game. I mean, actually, it was NFC North kind of game. Cold, rainy, and neither team. I thought who it was in those kind of games is who makes the least amount of mistakes. And guess what? The Packers made the most mistakes there. That fumble right before halftime or interception or whatever the hell that was, run back for a touchdown. That was the key of the game for the Lions. Both teams ran the ball decently. Actually, Green Bay did better. The offense on Green Bay moved down the field. They just couldn't punch it in. I mean, they missed 2 field goals too, and I mean, just mistake after mistake. And when in that kind of game, when it's raining like that, if you make mistakes, you're going to lose. I thought it was 2 good teams playing. The defenses I thought were decent in that kind of game, but Detroit didn't do anything to hurt themselves to lose that game, so that they got the win.
Yeah, Bryce.
Yeah, excuse me. This game kind of solidified Detroit as like the number 1 seed in the NFC North. They beat the Vikings and the Packers now, and pretty easily handled both teams. This game, to me, the Packers, I think their offense relies so much on coaching and getting players open with the genius of a head coach they have in Matt LaFleur. They don't have the stars around to win games like this against great teams, if you ask me. They go down the field and they stall out because they don't have that star player to make a star play. And it's good all the way up until then, because Matt LaFleur I've been saying he's the best coach in football right now. That guy uses literally anybody and any quarterback and makes an offense work. Same with his defense. It works with literally anybody out there. But whenever you're trying to win playoffs and Super Bowls, you do need star players on your team, and I just don't think the Packers have it like the Lions do.
I want to say I think Jordan Love's hurt, and there's some plays that he just can't throws he's trying to make that he can't. And I think they should have went, especially the second half. You saw him limping all game in that kind of weather. They should have probably just let was it Willis, their backup, just let him play.
Yeah, that's because Jordan Love's a pussy little bitch.
Yeah, I watched this game. I did watch some of it a little in portions and spurts. The Lions, they've really and don't get me wrong, they've done this since Dan Campbell has been there. They run the ball so efficiently, like 5 yards a carry, 4 yards a carry, 3 yards a carry, 8 yards a carry. Like it just averages like 5 yards a carry, and they've just leaned on it so heavy. Jahmyr Gibbs looks better than he did last year. Like he seems to be evolving a little bit in the NFL. David Montgomery is just going to be a good running back. He's never going to be the best running back. But they bring so much people into the box with their run game, and they run it so much that their play action game is just by far the best in football because so many people are into that box and moved up. I do think, you have Jameson Williams suspended a little bit. Outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Samuel Porta hasn't been very good this year. The game plan reasoning mainly, but it feels like the same Lions recipe, which does make me a little nervous that if they ever get down, can they come back throwing? But yeah, I agree with what you said, Roy, on Green Bay side. Jordan Love looks a little injured, not making all the throws that you're used to seeing him make. And like Bryce said, he doesn't have that star receiver, it's great for most of the game. But the time you want that play and need that play, you really wish you had that star player. So I agree. I think the Lions are the best team in this division. I think me and Roy said that before the season. But, they're just taking care of business, really, in a weak NFC for this year due to injuries.
I think Jalen Reed's turning into a star. But there's nothing else. I mean, Dobbs and them just aren't consistent in their catches, and that's going to hurt him in the long run.
Yep. I guess we can go to my game of the week because Bryce doesn't have one for his. I went Texans-Jets. That was a Thursday night game, and I'll go first on this one. The Texans is the first game without Stephon Diggs. They're already without what's his face?
Collins.
Nico Collins, thank you.
He could come back this week though.
Yeah, but so they've been without him for a few weeks. So that receiving core is a little depleted. Joe Mix, I can't believe how good Joe Mixon looks in this offense, by the way. I'll say that first and foremost. But the passing game just looked off, and you could tell they were running thin out there. CJ Stroud, he had time, but, just the receivers were creating no separation, holding on the ball just a little bit too long. And the Jets, even though it's the same Jets, they really missed a lot of opportunities. They did do enough to win the game, and their defense actually played okay. But, for the Texans, this is a disappointing one going into New York facing a 2-6 Jets. And you call yourself a Super Bowl favorite to lose. That's kind of a disappointing one, but it happens. That's all I got.
Go ahead, Bryce.
This game, I mean, who would have thought that the Jets could have beaten the Texans right now? But this did kind of seem like one of those trap games to me. The Jets have lost a lot of close games, and the Houston Texans have won a lot of close games. So this, as much as I think the Texans are a much better team than the Jets, this was a game that looked like it could go either way because it's just one of those trap games that you see. And, they held the Jets to 0 points in the first half and then gave up 7 in the third and 14 in the fourth. You just can't do that whenever you're a Super Bowl bound team. So, defense wins championships. Everybody knows that. And if your defense is losing you games, then it's hard to win once you get in the playoffs and the Super Bowl. And to me, the Jets, I was bet this weekend that the Jets would lose one more game the rest of the season. Like I made $100 bet with me on that. So I'm really looking forward to them losing more than one game because I really don't think they're all that great still.
Well, what I thought was, CJ Stroud, when he gets hit early, because I've been watching CJ Stroud for a long time in college, and because he's at Ohio State, when you hit him early, he's gonna make mistakes and he gets rushed, and that's what and Jets defense hit him early. The Jets defense actually looked like they came to play. And then you talked about stars got to make plays. freaking Garrett Wilson finally. I mean, he made some great plays. That's what I mean. They weren't great throws by Rodgers, but they were great plays by Wilson. And that it takes good players to win ball games like that. And that's what Jets finally got some play out of their players. And if they continue to get that, they could get back into the playoff hunt, which is just amazing to me how bad you got. Like the AFC is like top heavy and then piss poor at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just so they could actually get into it. But I mean, I was surprised by CJ Stroud. I mean, yeah, you talked about his receivers are all hurt, but he was rushing himself, doing what he did in college, and just making bad decisions.
Yeah. I guess that'll just take us to Bryce's team. Bears at the Cardinals. Bryce, we'll let you go first on this one.
This game, I could say a lot of things. This was personally one of the worst games I've ever watched the Bears play. Came out flat after a terrible Hail Mary loss last week. Think they come out with some fire. Came out with absolutely nothing. Offense looked like shit. Defense held them in the game for a little bit, and then, you played the game, the entire fucking game, because it's 3 out every time on offense. Get a little tired, start letting up more points. I can't believe that we stuck with Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron in the offseason. I don't know why the coaches seem to our GM and our owner seem to think that we have to go cheap on coach every year. We should have offered Jim Harbaugh as much money as he fucking wanted, or Cliff Kingsbury. Those were the only two that made sense to me in the offseason. And we hired Shane Waldron's dumbass. The Seahawks' second wide receiver, was saying that he hated playing because he didn't get used in the offense. Comes over to a team that's trying to become a pass-first team. What does he do? Not pass the fucking football. It just sucks to watch. Keenan Allen sucks. I don't know what happened to him. He got fat in the offseason off that little injury. He is not the same player that I've watched in LA for the last however long. Drops balls, can't get open, doesn't finish routes. DJ Moore doing the same thing. Doesn't finish routes. Looks like he's lost the locker room. I know he was a big Justin Fields supporter. Doesn't look like he's coming to play. Rome Odunze looks like the wide receiver 1 right now. He's a fucking rookie. So a lot of bad things right now going on with the Bears. I can't believe it's Tuesday and we still haven't fired the coach, but the Chicago Bears have actually never fired a coach in the season. I don't know if you guys know that or not. It's against the fucking owner's thing. He's old school and doesn't ever want to fire a coach. He thinks it should be an off-season thing. I think that's just fucking stupid. We might not win another game this season. I'm hoping we win against the Patriots next week. Maybe start some fire against us, but we're about to go into straight division after division after division game, and I would say we are the best division in football. It's not looking like we'll win one of those games at the moment.
Roy?
My thing is still, you guys can't run the ball. I mean, 69 yards rushing. I mean, that's just been – I mean – your line. I mean, that's the thing.
We have no offensive line.
They've got to improve that line, or you're just gonna get you're gonna get Caleb Williams hurt. Yeah. I mean, having to throw 41 times. Now, I mean, I don't. I guess I don't have much to say about this game. My questions are to you, since they're Bear fans. I was giving Hoover a bunch of shit about it. The rumor is, Lincoln Riley is going to be a Bears coach next year. Is that something you could bring over, Caleb? That's the new rumor.
Rumored to be an NFL coach for the last 10 years. He's not.
Yeah,
he ain't doing anything at the USC. So
they're paying
the biggest names I've seen is Lincoln Riley, Cliff Kingsbury, Ben Johnson, and Mike Vrabel.
Wow,
Bill Belichick.
Really, Vrabel? Wow,
that's the guys I've been seeing.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you see it on social media. I watched a little bit of the game. Did DJ Moore just walk off the field, or what on that one play? What the hell happened? That's what everybody's making out to be. I don't know.
To me, he walked off the field. I think he came up with this excuse where he was trying not to get some type of penalty, where he stepped out of bounds and didn't want to come back in and then get the ball thrown to him. But it looked to me like he gave up way before that. He thought Caleb was sacked, and he was already heading out of bounds. And then Caleb Williams turns back around and looks for him because he evaded a sack, and he's out of bounds 3 steps out. So it made him run all the way across the field, and then you get a fucking push-off by Keenan Allen, this shitty-ass receiver on our team who just is completely washed all of a sudden.
I do agree that I think Odunze's improved. I think there's a connection here if they can just start making him to, I think he's made some plays. I mean, he drops some passes, but he can make some plays.
Yeah, I really like him. He reminds me of a Brandon Marshall. I know he wears number 15, but he's just a big receiver who gets open. It's awesome to watch him play, actually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually watched a lot of this game because I had some fantasy players playing in it. Bryce actually stole what my number one key point is what has happened to Keenan Allen. He is a shell of himself. That dude used to go out there and catch footballs, 10 catches, 12 catches, 15 catches, week after week, just volume after volume. And maybe it is because he's not getting volume. He isn't the number one, not even the number two. Let's be real. Coming off injury, he missed the first 5 games, or whatever it was.
He played in the first one and then didn't. It was
and then he missed
yeah.
But just looks like a shell of himself. Doesn't want to be out there. It looks like. I don't know if it's an attitude problem. I don't know if he just doesn't want to be in Chicago. It is just awful to watch.
I mean, he's dropping wide open balls.
Yeah.
It's not even like.
And that's
terrible.
His calling card. He's not an athletic freak that's going to beat you down the field. He runs good routes, gets open, catches the ball. Just what he is. And he's not that anymore.
Yeah.
So it sucks. And I talked about this a few weeks ago, and I watched the game, and it's the number. And I'm not saying it's Caleb Williams' fault because he's a rookie, and there's more to it than just this. But he is holding on to the football for so long. I think it's because the receivers aren't open. I'm not saying it's his fault, but he is holding on to that football for so long. He is running for his life because he's got it for 8 seconds. And every time he tries to 1, 2, 3 throw, they're off rhythm. DJ Moore's running a go route, and he's throwing for a back shoulder hitch. Their offense is all off rhythm, and it makes him hold on to the ball for so long. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying as a team and offense, it's just off everything.
Yeah, so the plays that Caleb Williams has time to throw, if you look at the downfield cameras, there's like one route and they have everybody else blocking and shit. Like, it doesn't even make sense. They'll have 2 people running seams right next to each other. They're both guarded by one guy. The play calls are just insane. We're supposed to have the best wide receiver room in the league coming into this. We don't have one guy getting open. It's fucking terrible. Cole Kmet, who I would say is easily a top 10 tight end in this league. I would even maybe argue 5, but I'm biased. 0 targets this game. Bo Nix had more fucking targets this week than Cole Kmet did. I mean, that is unbelievable.
Yeah,
How do you not give him
I know.
targets?
I was happy. The guy I was going against had Cole Kmet, so he didn't get anything, so I loved it.
That's unbelievable. And then the coach, and then the plays where he doesn't have time, it's immediate. If one safety blitzes, it's a sack guaranteed because the lineman will not pick him up. They'll stand there and watch him go right by and just expect a running back to pick him up.
That is part of a rookie quarterback. He just doesn't know those type of blitzes yet. That's just going to come with it. You would hope during the season he would see it, especially last game. Every time they were all up on the line, they brought everybody. That's just what they did. You would hope after a while he would just say, "Oh, everyone's coming," but that's a rookie quarterback, and it sucks to watch, but I get it. But man, the timing routes with the receivers, they are off on every throw. It's just that's hard. You got to get in sync at some point.
And then the last thing, Matt Eberfuck keeping Caleb Williams in the game with 20 seconds to go and getting sacked twice. That's fucking stupid, if you ask me. He should have been fired just for that alone, let alone everything else he's done.
Yeah.
Roy, I asked Josh this the other day. Do you know the last quarterback to win a Sunday road game for the Chicago Bears?
Last Sunday road game?
Yes.
I'm going to say Mitch Trubisky.
Nick Foles.
Really?
Yep. And Matt Eberfuck is 3-17 now on road games. So.
Yep.
I'll remember that when we bet against them.
I don't have anything else, you guys.
No, I could rant about it all day.
Do we really have to talk about the next game?
No, I just kind of want to talk about a little bit. The game went pretty according to plan of what I thought. The Falcons ran the ball all over us.
Did you really think Dak was going to get hurt?
Yeah, that's really the big takeaway is Dak gets hurt. More injuries and more injuries on this team. It's just one of those years. You can't help an injury, and they're just all banged up at the same time. They're just losing. I really wanted to talk about, and we can talk about it a little bit more in depth later, because I'm not going to go into it. I really do think the Cowboys made one of the worst trades I've ever seen in the NFL today, ever.
You didn't.
And I'm saying this unbiasedly. Like, I think the Cowboys have been very good at drafting, very good in trades for the most part. Today was something I had never seen before, but we'll get into that, I think, after we go over some stuff. You guys got anything on this game?
I mean, the biggest takeaway is seeing Dak on the sideline going, man, we fucking suck. Like,
Yeah,
you don't want to see that out of your star quarterback who's
I do.
like the second highest paid.
I love it. That's brutally honest with your team. I enjoy it.
I mean, it's sad to see CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he's such a good receiver, and just, I mean, you can see he's just frustrated. And
Yeah.
at the end, he just,
they could just double cover him all day and just live to fight another day with someone else.
Yep. And you're running Rico Dowdle
Yeah.
as your.
But to be fair, made one of the best catches in the end zone I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, you guys got what, 5 running backs right now?
Really, just 3.
Is
Really, 2.
Zeke still hurt?
I
Is
think
Zeke hurt or
is,
something?
I think Zeke will be cut here in the next few weeks.
Damn. That
Um,
sucks.
I don't know if you guys know why he was at healthy and active this week. He has missed 4 practices in the last 7. Just
Why?
not showing up. Like, just
That's-
didn't go.
That's crazy.
So that's why they made him an inactive. They were like, well, if you're not going to be here, so
I
think,
would too.
I think he's on his way out again. But that'll do it for football in that regard. So let's pick the games next week. I didn't write them down on the sheet, so we'll just do it, and I'll watch the video and write them down tomorrow or something. But Thursday night football, Cincinnati goes to Baltimore. I'll go first on this one. I'll take Baltimore.
I will as well.
I will as well.
All right. This is a good one, boys.
Game of the week right here. I know what you're talking about.
Yep. New York Giants go to Carolina. Roy, I'll let you go first on this one. Who you got?
You know what? I took Carolina last week. I am going to take them again this week.
They
A
won
Bryce
last week,
Young
didn't they?
revenge
Yeah,
tour?
they took or New Orleans.
He did.
I read that the coach of the New York Giants was calling up to the owner mid-game trying to bench Daniel Jones. So I don't know who's going to start this game. I'm going to take Bryce Young as well.
I will not. I will take the Giants because they do have a few good, decent receiver. Daniel Jones is at least a running back playing quarterback, but I am
Slow
rooting
one.
I am rooting for the Panthers. I'm not gonna lie, but I won't pick them because I need some games on you guys. Next one, New England goes to Chicago. I'll let Bryce go first on this one.
You got to think that the Chicago defense has to get at least 1 or 2 scores off of this team.
Scores?
Yes.
Ooh, baby.
I think we're good enough to score off this team with just our defense. If our offense can get 1 touchdown, I'll be happy. And
That's
we
a
should
risk.
win.
Roy?
You didn't grow up a Bears fan like I did. We outscored on defense and special teams our offense my whole childhood. So
Well, you don't have a Hall of Famer returner though either.
Yeah. This game. Gosh, I don't. I'll go Bears home just because it's home.
I'll also go Bears because they're at home. If they were away, I'd go New England.
I know. I think if it was in New England, I'd probably go New England.
And it's a noon game, so no one's going to really watch. So, Buffalo goes to Indy. Roy, I'll let you go first on this one.
I mean, how can you pick against freaking Josh Allen, MVP? In my opinion, I mean, I'm going Bills.
I
Bryce?
agree completely.
Yeah, I'm also in agreement. Denver goes to Kansas City. Denver usually plays Kansas City pretty well, but this isn't the week. I'll take the Chiefs again.
You know, there's finally a game that I think the Chiefs can lose. It's not on prime time. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
2 weeks in a row betting against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about it. They should have fucking lost last night. The whole overtime rule is bullshit. And there's just insane calls. I hate talking about the Chiefs on this channel because I could just bitch about them forever.
I'm going to go Chiefs.
Atlanta goes to New Orleans. Atlanta fires their coach Dennis Allen the other day. They are a dumpster fire at the moment.
Saints fired their coach.
Oh, did I say Atlanta?
Yeah.
No,
That's
not
just because you
Raheem
wanted
Morris,
Arthur Smith
New Orleans, Dennis
Fired
Smith.
so bad last year.
I'll take I'll take Atlanta.
I will
Yeah,
also
Atlanta.
take Atlanta.
Yeah, everybody's taking Atlanta.
San Fran goes to Tampa Bay. Roy, what do you got?
I'm actually going to take Tampa Bay.
Me as well.
I will not. San Fran getting a receiver back, coming off a bye week. I trust Sean McVay, or not Sean McVay.
CMC could be back too.
Yeah, I know they opened his practice window. I just don't know if he'll be back this week. But
Yeah.
I would take San Fran off a bye week. Pittsburgh goes to Washington. I'll go first on this one. Washington adds Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
Big move. Give me Washington because Pittsburgh's offense is just not good, in my opinion. I'll take Washington.
I'm actually going to go with the Steelers because I think this is going to be about a 13-10 game. And I really think that just the veteran quarterback is going to have that advantage in the late game over the rookie.
I think this is going to be a close game. I am going to take the Washington just because I think they're deep. Now, you know what? I'm taking Pittsburgh. Change my mind. Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Man, me and Roy might either gain a lot on you this week or lose a lot.
Yep. Minnesota goes to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a dumpster fire. I'll take Minnesota.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Tennessee goes to LA for the Chargers. I'll be quick again. I'll take the Chargers.
Me as well.
Yep. I mean, number one defense there, Chargers.
Jets go to Arizona. This one's a close one because I really could see both. Give me the Jets on the road. They won one. I really do think the Cardinals probably win, but I'll take the Jets.
Yeah, these are two of my least favorite teams in the league, I think. But double XP weekend is over, so I'm going to take the Cardinals.
I'm taking the Jets.
I don't know. Double XP weekend didn't help the Bears.
That is true. They also have the worst coach in football.
Eagles go to Dallas. I'll take the Eagles. I think this might be the first game that Cowboys fans and Eagles fans are rooting for the Eagles, so because we're hoping for a good pick. But yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
Fake ass fans like you, but I'm also going to take the Eagles. If anybody didn't see it, go look up Saquon Barkley's backwards hurdle. It's one of the most athletic things I've ever watched in my life.
One of the luckiest things I've ever seen a player do.
Yeah. I'm going Eagles, and Saquon Barkley's going to have 200 yards rushing.
No,
he probably will.
No, they'll take him out
at halftime.
They'll take him out at $120 when Jalen Hurts has 4 quarterback sneaks for touchdowns. Yeah. Sunday Night Football. Detroit goes to Houston. Can't pick against Detroit right now. They're playing too good. I'll take Detroit.
I agree.
Nico Collins coming back, but I can't. You can't pick against Detroit right now.
Damn, I miss when Bryce was picking every team against Detroit. And Monday Night Football. The Dolphins go to the Rams. I'm going to take the upset pick. I'm going to take the Dolphins. They are healthy now. The Rams do look okay, but Tyreek Hill hasn't broken out yet since they've been back. This is a game. Monday Night Football. I'll take the Dolphins.
Is Puka Nacua playing in this game?
I don't know. He re-aggravated that knee injury. I don't know how serious it is.
Thrown out of the game.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I think he's bad. I think he didn't. I think he's just getting fined.
Okay. So I'm going to say if Puka Nacua is playing, I'm taking the Rams.
That's fine.
If he does not play, I'm not taking the Rams.
That's a fair.
I'm taking Dolphins. Dolphins look actually pretty good with Tua back, so I'm gonna take Dolphins.
All right, that's it. That's all we got for football.
All right, now it's college football time, right?
Yep.
All right, let's talk to the top 12. Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Miami 4, Texas 5, Penn State 6, Tennessee 7, Indiana 8, BYU 9, Notre Dame 10, Alabama 11, and Boise State 12. The only comment I have in it, Indiana is 9-0 and have yet to play anybody with a winning record.
That's unbelievable.
So this week will be their first time they've played anybody with a winning record, and it happens to be Michigan.
Oh God!
So all right, next up on the list, recap of last week. I got to pull my thing up here.
I think the first game you have on here is Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yep.
Tennessee, Kentucky was Bryce, I'll let you talk about that game.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's got to be a coaching issue. It's the same thing with the Bears. The Volunteers come out so flat every game. I do not get it. They start off, put up a big goose egg in the first quarter, down 7-0, get another touchdown. They go into halftime down 10-7. You can't do that to unranked opponents. I feel like they play to their level. They don't play like they're the number 7 seed, unless they're playing the 6 or the 8 seed. If they're playing an unranked team like they are Kentucky right now, they play to that level. They go out, they expect to win, and they aren't playing the whole game the way they should be. And I don't know what it is. They came out on top, thankfully, but that's got to be addressed. That's a coaching thing, if you ask me. It has to be addressed. I don't know if they're looking forward like some teams do, like they expect to win, so they're preparing for the next week and just playing like they can to win. But something's got to change with that because, in my opinion, you have to be blowing these types of teams out.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. Tennessee, to me, they're inconsistent. Kind of how, like Bryce said, they come out flat, but they look really good on drives, and then other drives they just don't do anything. Luckily, their defense has played well for most of the season, kept them in almost every game. But offensively, you just got to find some rhythm especially with a 5-star quarterback like that and some good receivers. They just need to get some, I think, quicker, maybe some screen routes. Just get him in rhythm early so he's not waiting until the fourth quarter and stuff. But yeah.
No, I mean Tennessee's. I mean it's an SEC team, so you're gonna. That's a rivalry there. So you just had to battle the first blow that the Kentucky's going to come after you, and Tennessee did, and that defense of theirs is legit, I think, and that kept them there, and I think that'll carry them through the season. The next game we talk about Illinois versus Minnesota. I didn't watch it, so I don't know much to say about it. I'll let Josh talk about it.
Terrible, terrible, terrible game. I want to pull up the stats so I can tell you for sure. I watched most of the game.
We did talk about how this could be one of those big upset games that you see.
Illinois had 7 people, and I'll include – no, I lied. I'll go 3 people, and I'll take out their quarterback because they didn't really run him very much this game. 3 rushers, 7 for 72 and a touchdown, their leading rusher. 10 yards a carry. That's pretty good. Their next guy, 5 carries, 19 yards, 5 carries, 12 yards. And the running back that had 72 yards, he had 1 rush for 42 yards for a touchdown. So take that out. They averaged about 2 yards on the ground. That's why they lost the game. They had no run game whatsoever. Defense hung in there. They didn't play great, but they played good in the second half. Offensively, they got to run the ball a little bit better because they just played 2 high safeties after that, and they couldn't do anything.
Got any comment about it, Bryce?
I don't have anything to say about this one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was actually shocked when before the game started, Minnesota had a 2.5. It was minus 2.5, and I was like, "What?" At Illinois, and then I saw the score. They must know something. So
everybody hammered Illinois, and then Vegas called them up.
Yeah, so that's a tough loss for Illinois because you had things going, and now you've lost back-to-back games. So you hope this is not a downturn. Last game we'll talk about, or I guess I'll just talk about Michigan. This actually turned out to be a really good game. It started off rough. I just don't know if Wink. I hate his comments every week. I gotta get a feel for the game. This isn't the fucking NFL. You gotta come out ready to play right off the bat, and it just pisses me off. Michigan got outcoached inside the 10-yard line in the second half, where you had chances to make it a 1-score game, and you do these stupid razzle-dazzle, reverse, back pass, backward pass, just dumbass shit that you don't need to be doing. We were running the ball up the middle. Oregon's got fast defensive linemen and fast linebackers, and we were trying to just do sweeps, reverses, and what are they doing? They were knocking the shit out of us. But when we were running up the middle, we did just great. I feel like we got some young coaches who are, well, besides Wink on offense. I just feel like we're trying to just overthinking things, and we actually had a shot, which surprised. At halftime, I really thought this was, we were down 2 score. I think we gave a touchdown right before halftime. Dylan Gabriel ran at 28 yards in. Man to man, nobody was even paying attention to him. But I was actually surprised by the effort. Michigan did come back to play. It's just you got that Oregon team's good, but
Yeah,
I was actually surprised. Michigan played well. Michigan played great and had a chance to get back in it. They just got out coached, and that's what happens. I'm not. This is hopefully a rebuilding year, and we're learning from our mistakes. We got 2 ranked teams coming in. Fucking got Indiana this week, so we'll see what happens. The last thing, Air Force lost again.
Oh my god, I watched some of this game.
But
at work.
did you watch it? They only lost 20-3.
I watched pieces of it when it was 10-3. Air Force is running 5 yards of carry, 5 yards of carry, 5 yards of carry, and I'm like, holy shit! All right, they're moving the ball a little bit. What do? Shotgun full spread, throw a fade route to the corner of the end zone. They overthrows him by 5 yards and gets picked. And I go, oh my Christ!
Why would you do that?
I literally told the people that had the TV on, I go, turn this shit off. They
Oh,
go, why? You
gosh.
watch Air Force? And I go, no, but I know a little bit about them.
Well, like I said, we talk about it every week, and it just it's 1-7 on the year, guys. 1-7. So
yeah,
Damn.
just not representing and
All
lose the
I'm saying,
Army.
I see a quarterbacks coach, I see a tight ends coach, and I see a
Oh yeah.
something offensive line coach.
Running back.
I see a way to shit. I guarantee you, I could get close to a 1-6 or 1-7 record.
I could teach them tight ends.
I could teach that damn quarterback. You better hand the ball off, or you run that sucker. We ain't passing the ball. I don't care if we're down 20. We're running this triple option.
I don't think I need to teach tight ends anything in that league, in that offense.
Jeez.
All right, that's
So-
true. Block.
All right. So next week, Illinois has got the week off.
Yeah.
When they're by. Tennessee plays home to Mississippi State. So Mississippi State not very good right
They're
now.
terrible.
Minus 24. Tennessee's got the spread. Michigan, like I said, they're at Indiana.
I would like you guys to beat them. Can you win a game?
I hope so. If I didn't have shit going on this week, I'd be over in Indiana. I've been several Indiana's games quite a bit, several times. Not a great stadium, but
Yeah. it's a
Indiana's
shithole.
favored by 14. And then Air Force. Let's see. Air Force is playing Fresno State. And let's see what the spread is. Fresno State is only minus 11.
Wow. Okay. So
They're 5-4. So it's Air Force is hosting it. So
it's another week to win.
you know what? I'm gonna put money on Air Force this week. I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
Calling it right now.
Can I just have whatever you're gonna bet?
yeah.
Huh?
Can I just have it?
No,
Instead
I'm
of-
gonna. They're gonna pull the upset. They're gonna pull the upset.
Okay.
All right. So that's this week. I think it's next week. Or no, is it next week? 2 weeks. The top 11 or top 12 CFP comes out.
I thought it came out tonight.
Did it? I didn't. Well, I haven't
Yeah,
seen it
was
yet.
tonight.
Maybe.
The top 12 that you read is the first one.
Oh, is that the first 12?
Yeah.
Maybe it's tonight. I didn't. I knew it was coming out this week or next week. So, but hey, that's
Because
we're getting to the end. Huh?
Who's number 4 right now?
Number-
BYU. They shot up the rankings in the college football playoff one.
BYU's number 4. Did I say
Yeah.
that? No, number 4 is Miami. BYU's
that-
number 9.
You didn't read the right one then, because I read it today. Or this.
No, I'm reading the college football playoff rankings. I am reading it. So BYU's 9 and Miami
they
was
were-
4.
I swear they were. No, you're right. They are 9. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah.
All right, so
I-
that's college football for you.
All right. We'll go over baseball real fast. Dodgers win the World Series. Yankees blow it in any way. I don't really have anything else to say about baseball. I do have one thing I want to wrap it up with. So I'll let Bryce, you got anything for baseball?
The only thing is that Shohei is getting surgery on his shoulder. It was
Got it
announced
today.
today. They said he should be back by spring training, though.
Ready to pitch and hit next year.
Yeah.
Roy,
I have nothing to say.
I have one thing to say. You thought the Dodgers were good this year? Wait till they add this next year, because you know who they're projected to add so far, Roy?
Juan Soto.
No, they're not going
No.
to get Juan Soto. Another Japanese superstar pitcher, Roki Sasaki.
I did read that.
Max Fried just had dinner with Jack Flaherty and Yamamoto, expected to sign there. Not saying they will, but expected to. They are expected to cough up $150 million for Teoscar Hernandez and re-sign him, and they are expected to pursue Willy Adames for over $200 million. So you think they were good? Wait till they add.
Just
I
money.
hope the fans got are happy paying $100 for a fucking 16-ounce beer.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's already when I were out there, what I say was 16.
Yeah, 16,
18 $18. No, it was $18, wasn't it? And the
Yeah.
mixed drink was 23. So yeah, I mean, ridiculous for fucking beer.
Yep. So Dodgers are looking to add a lot still. So that's all I have. I don't have a locker game this week, so I'll let Bryce go to his game.
My lock is Air Force minus 11.
All right, I have a game. I was scrolling through and I couldn't find one, so I went with an NBA one.
Okay.
I'm going to give you guys 2 strikes because there's only 8 answers. And the question is, can you name the top 8 teammates of LeBron who have the most points?
When most points when they were with him, or just most points
Most points.
ever?
Okay.
Well, obviously Carmelo Anthony,
Carmelo Anthony's number 2.
Oh, I kind of forgot about
probably
him.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep.
Number 1.
Shaquille's
Dwayne-
number 1.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade is 5.
Kevin Love.
Nope.
Ray Allen.
That's crazy.
Ray Allen's number 4.
Kyrie on there, you think, Roy? Gotta be.
Probably.
Kyrie?
No. Kyrie, you know, all those years he was suspended and stuff, he really hasn't played a ton since he left the Cavs.
That's crazy that Kevin Love's not on there.
Yeah, I kind of did think. Kevin Love's probably 7 if I had to guess.
How about I doubt Chris Bosh is on there.
No.
No, not a
No
long
chance.
Career.
Career. So probably some people who are just like washed up that are old when they joined
I
him.
don't think Rajon Rondo's on there because he's an assist guy,
That's this guy, yeah.
but he did play for a long time.
Shane Battier. No.
Trying to think Lakers now. Anthony Davis probably isn't on there, not yet. Who? I don't think he ever. No, Danny Green really could be on there, but I doubt it. I don't know. We've
I
already.
kind of thought you guys would fly through this list.
No, because I don't.
So number 3 is a point guard who played with him on the Lakers.
Westbrook.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I forgot Westbrook even played.
Number 6, I don't even know this guy. He was 6th man of the year in like 2000 something, like 2003.
Who?
Antoine Jameson.
Oh my God! I
Shit,
do.
I
I know
didn't
the
even-
name. I never in my life would guess him.
I would never got that. 'Cause I didn't know they played together.
Glitch and 2K. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the last 2, 7 and 8, are both centers.
Dwight. No, it wouldn't be Dwight Howard.
Howard.
Dwight Howard
Wow.
is 7.
He scored that many points.
I would have bet my whole
Got a
life
long
that
career.
Kevin Love had more points
Wow.
than Dwight Howard.
He's got a long career.
too.
Only number 8's going to piss you off because it's Anthony Davis.
He's still
Really?
playing, so I didn't think
Yeah.
he was it. Okay. Roy?
No, it's election night. I've been sitting here watching it the entire time. What
Trump is currently ahead, 195 to 117.
Yeah.
On the projected
flipped,
list.
Republicans flipped one seat, so that's all I gotta say. Just Republicans.
All right. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
See ya. All right, I'm gonna go watch the rest of this.
Yep. Time to go stare at Fox News for the next 5 hours.
If Trump doesn't win, I'm killing.
Gotta find my way to